So the first season in the Premier League is done, and boy oh boy what a season it was. Hopefully the board shares that mindset because I am hoping for some guacamole to spend. Welcome to what hopefully will be an epic summer break episode. Hey guys, my name is Jochen and welcome to part 24 of Iberian Sun, a football manager adventure played on Google Stadia. If you like the series so far, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more football manager videos. Since the season is over, we have the end of season awards. Of course, this season I think it was pretty clear who was the player of the season, not only for the fans but for everyone in the freaking world. It was Billy Gilmore with a whopping 78% in first place. Second place is a surprise to me, Frank Correa. I would have maybe expected Pellegrini at least, but okay. With 12% in second place, and Daniel Borges, I do agree with that, in third place with 8%. Daniel Borges also has the goal of the season. I think it has to be the volley goal. Oh no, it's not. Because then we were facing the other way. So I think this is simply a goal from range. Yep, there we go. To be honest, I think he scored literally 2 or 3 prettier goals than this. So, no Surrey Bob football manager, I do not agree. Stats wise, Pellegrini was our top goal scorer with 12 goals. And remember, I think, or I might be mistaken myself, but did he come in? He came in early. He came in the beginning of the season. It was Gilmore who came in late, so let's just, to be sure, have a look at his milestones. The end of August, okay, that's still doable. I mean, that is the reason why he has a couple of games less. He's only got 25 appearances and Pellegrini has 31. Doesn't really matter. He has the highest average rating with a whopping 7.58, which is insane. 7 assists also, and of course the most in the whole league, 11 player of the match awards. Yellow cards wise, Mingueza tops the list with 9. Okay, Oscar, we get it. And red cards, it's surprisingly low since we have a lot of yellow cards, but we don't have a lot of red cards. Josh Knight and Pietro Pellegrini. More good news in this episode, the new stadium plans will go ahead. Additional funding was found, blah blah blah, almost 14 million guacamoles, and the stadium itself costs almost double, so damn. Build start date today, or yesterday actually, 26th of May 2022, build completion in 3 years. Is it, I can't say I have built that many new stadiums in Football Manager. Is it always 3 years? Let me know down in the comments because I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter though. We have our 8,000 capacity stadium until then. So let's just wait and see if we are still at La Rosa at that point. Now, one of the more interesting parts of this episode is always to see what kind of budget our sugar daddy chairman has provided. If I look at my slider here, I think this wage budget is quite realistic. And we will get there when the transfer window is done. So I'm going to leave it like this, which means I have a transfer budget of 7 million, almost 600,000 pounds. I can work with that. I hoped for 10 million. Let me see if I think this isn't going to be enough, but we'll see. Let's hit cancel. So you have an idea what budget I am working with. And now, of course, let's have a look at what we will be spending that guacamole on. Let's just hide our expiring contracts. There we go. So these are pretty much the players that we have left when June 30th hits. So, striker-wise, I don't really think I need anything. We have 3 strikers, Pellegrini, Fredriksson and Correa. What is Correa worth? 800,000 pounds. Because I think I like him as a player, don't get me wrong, and he's a tall guy, which is always very useful as a target man. But I am thinking about selling Frank Correa and getting a third striker in his place. I'm not sure, we'll see. And so we have arrived at the focal point of my summer transfer window. Wingers on both sides of the pitch. We only have Raposo left. Literally, he is our only winger left and I play him as a midfielder. So, I don't know. I don't play him on the wing, for your information, because he's an inside forward or an inverted winger. So I like to play with actual wingers on both sides. I'm not sure. Maybe I will start playing him again on the right wing as an inside forward. I'm not sure yet. Doesn't really matter because we need a lot of wingers. So I think the bulk of the 7.5 million transfer budget we have will be spent on wingers. Because in midfield, I think we are okay. Don't forget, because it might seem a little weird, but these are all relative star ratings. All compared with Billy Gilmore, and he is by far, by several miles, the better player in our team, along with Pellegrini. I'll give him that. He has 4 stars by now. But Billy G is by far the best player, so you can't expect really to have more than, 2 4-star players in our squad? I think we are simply not at that level. So just so you know, just to put it in a little context, I think in the midfield we are more than okay. We have Billy G, we have Raposo if I don't play him on the wing, we have Borges and we have Dodi. Maybe 1 more midfielder, maybe 2 more, just to have some depth. We'll see. As far as defense goes, the center of defense is pretty much the same story as the center of midfield. We are more than set. We have Josh Knight, we have Jorge Silva, Mingueza and Joao Pinto. I maybe could do with just 1 really solid 4-star central defender. I'm not sure. Depends on the price, of course. But the main focus will be my wingbacks because on the left side I do have Jorginho and Thiago André still. I had them this year and they played well, but as you can see, they're not even a 3-star rated player. So, I'll see about that. But on the right side, we do have Alex Pinto, who is a good player. He's a good wingback, but that's the only one we have left. So I definitely need some backup there. And maybe even a star player and Alex Pinto will become the backup. We'll see. As far as goalkeeper goes, no biggie there. Centurion will stay, he is our captain. So he will stay our starting goalkeeper. And I think I have the youth intake star, Fabio Raimundo, coming up. He's only 16, so give him some time. He will be ready when time comes to replace Centurion. Or even Rui Patricio in between. Who knows? So, in short, main focal point, wingers on both sides, maybe 1 central midfielder, maybe 2, don't sue me. Main focal point number 2, wingbacks, especially on the right hand side, and maybe also 1 or 2 central defenders. Wish me luck. Now, of course, commercially speaking, this has been an awesome year for La Rosa, and these numbers tell you just that. Look at the difference here. Sponsorship, almost 25 million guacs. Last season, 120k. I mean, damn. Broadcast revenues, basically everything the same story. Merchandise-wise, as you would expect, Billy Gilmore, top seller, followed by Pellegrini, Tavares, Elvis, and Diego Raposo. Maybe Raposo is the only one I am a little bit surprised about. But once again, who am I? Maybe it's just a sign I have to play him more. Let's also have a look at the changes in the club vision. I mean, the 5-year plan has been shook up quite a bit because we have simply taken off for 3 seasons in a row now and we have overachieved massively. The 5-year plan as it stands right now, work within wage budget. Don't mind if I try. Minimum 2-year contracts for first team players, okay. Build a new stadium, all coming up. Then the end of next season. As far as Premier League goes, qualify for the Euro Cup 2. That is basically what we did this year, or last season I should say. So they want us to repeat that. So no more relegation discussions going on here. It is pretty clear we are a pretty decent team in Portugal by now. Now in that Euro Cup 2, they want us to reach the first knockout round, and to be honest, I have no idea in which round we are entering that competition. And so I have also no clue at all where the first knockout round is, so you will find that out with me. And then develop the best youth system in the country. We are working on that. Let me just see for the continuation of the 5-year plan. Continue qualifying. Basically, they want us to have 3 or 4 or 5 seasons, whatever, of the same level as we had last year. So I think that is more than doable. To be honest, I think if we are still at La Rosa in 5 years, I don't know if we can beat Benfica at that point, because they are so many miles ahead of everyone else. But for example, Porto, I think we can get there. Since pretty much all the competitions have ended at this point, let's just have a look across Europe and across the world at what the other competitions look like. League table in Spain. Real Madrid have been crowned champions with a whopping 101 points. Wow. In Italy, Juventus is the champion, Inter in second place, Roma in third. We know about Portugal. In England, Man City, this is close. Let's have a closer look at this. Man City and Man United with equal amount of points, but Man City takes home the crown. Chelsea and Arsenal in third and fourth place. Look how close this is. This is within 4 points, the top 5. Wow. That's a little different than real life at the moment, isn't it? Damn. Now I also noticed that Aston Villa, for example, has been relegated. Does Jack still play there? He does, valued at 53 million. Of course he is wanted by Liverpool at this point. I think there was a shimmer of hope in my brain that we could maybe sign a player of his caliber since they have been relegated. But 53 million, no can do. The other leagues, let's look at France. League table, please. Of course, Paris Saint-Germain with 93 points. Wow, they are 16 points clear of second place Lyon. Awesome. Monaco. Marseille is coming back up. Monaco misses out on the Champions League. Wow. Okay. Next up is the Bundesliga in Germany. And Bayern take home the crown. Leipzig in second position, only 4 points behind them. Okay. And then there is a big gap between them and Frankfurt, Dortmund, and all the rest. I am pretty sure, if I see this, that Haaland and Sancho are not playing at Dortmund anymore. Let's have a look at their transfer history. Wow, Sancho and Haaland both went to Chelsea. Let's have a look, shall we, at the Chelsea squad. Okay, sorted by value. Holy smoke balls. Haaland, Sancho, Lukaku, who is still only 29. Damn. Everton, very good left winger. Donny van de Beek, Kovacic. Wow. Look at the state of this. They have how many? They have 12 players worth more than 60 million pounds. Hashtag jealous much. I think that is it for the other leagues. Let's just, as a closure, have a last look at how the league table ends in the year 2022 in the Portuguese Premier League. Benfica, as mentioned in the last episode, they didn't lose a single freaking game in the whole season, so they finished with 84 points on top. Goal difference of 60. They only conceded 9 goals. Damn. Vitória Guimarães in second position. They have won the cup, by the way. So Rio Ave will be joining us in the Europa Cup too. Porto in third position. Sporting Lisbon in fourth. And Lusitania La Rosa ends the season, the first season in the Premier League, by the way, in fifth position. The good friends from Penafiel didn't get relegated. Good on them. Belenenses and Firenze did. Now it is the 1st of July by now, but I didn't bring any players in yet. More on this later, don't worry. But I first wanted to show you this. Gilmour has been named Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year, of course. And Borges has won the Premier League Goal of the Year. We already saw the goal. It didn't baffle me that much, to be honest. But hey, he has won his first major award. Also, he has turned 18. His value is over 1 million at this point, and he is wanted by Porto. That ain't happening. Since we didn't bring in any transfers yet, let's have a look at where the media predicts us to end in our second season in the Premier League. And my God, I would have at least thought top 10, but apparently just ignore the EC2 in front of our team name. Ignore the fact that we are in Europe. They still think we are going to finish in 12th place. Maybe it's just once again time to prove them wrong. Of course, the media Dream 11 only includes Gilmore. I think Pellegrini should be here somewhere too. Yep, there he is. But apart from them, it is all Benfica probably. Maybe some Braga dudes. This is probably a Porto. Yep, Otavio, Brazilian. I mean, pretty normal stuff. Like I said, Benfica is still way, way, way ahead of everyone else. But we will slowly but steady try to take that crown. We are nearing the end of the episode because today we already played the first game of the new season. So let me introduce you to 5 guys who I already brought in. First on the list, coming in for free from Juventus, Michael Branton. I don't know how you pronounce it. I would say Branton, but he is Italian, so that's probably not how you would pronounce it. Anyway, he is a 20-year-old Italian mezzala. He can also play as a box-to-box or a deep-lying playmaker, which I love to use. He is a 3-star current ability, possible 5-star potential ability, and I know I didn't really need an extra central midfielder, but I simply couldn't resist this guy. Second on the list, coming in from Monaco on loan, Kirill Klimov, 21 years old, Russian, under 21 international, always good. Can play as an advanced forward but also as a target man or a pressing forward since he is a pretty tall guy. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Good stuff. He will probably act as a replacement for Frank Correa. I didn't sell Correa yet, but I am planning to. Third on the list is the star signing so far of the summer, coming in from the Argentinian side of Vélez for £2.3 million, Alvaro Barreal. He is the left winger we desperately needed. He is valued at 4.3, so bringing him in at 2.3 doesn't seem like that bad of a deal, does it? He is a natural winger. He will be your new star left winger. It's as simple as that. Since he has a current ability of 3.5 stars and a potential ability of a possible 4.5 whopping stars. I mean, he has good stats. He is by far the best left winger in our squad at this point. I am planning on bringing 1 or 2 more backups, but more probably on that in the next episode. Next up on the list is a defender I brought in, an extra defender. I know I didn't really need it, but I said I might. Well, I did. Coming in from Fulham for £1 million, Wout Faes, 24-year-old Belgian guy. He is originally from Anderlecht, and at this point in his career, I am pretty sure he was an actual wonderkid in those Football Manager versions. So there you go. Never had him on Football Manager. Welcome, Wout. He is a ball-playing defender, 3-star current ability, and a 4-star potential ability player. He is a very good player, also in real life, by the way. So I am glad we are welcoming him at La Rosa. Last on the list, coming in on loan from Porto, Francisco Conceição. Can play on both wings, which is exactly what I need. I think I will bring in another type of player like this later on, because I simply need some more players on the wings. But he is coming in on loan from Porto. I did try to bring him in on permanent basis, but he was simply too expensive and I couldn't afford him. He's 19 years old, capped at under 20 level. Awesome stuff. Natural winger on the left and a almost natural inverted winger or inside forward on the right. 2.5-star current ability, a possible 5-star potential ability. He's not a wonder kid, which is pretty rare at that age, coming from Porto. Now I do have around £3.5 million left as a transfer budget. I'm still looking at a right wing back, of course, maybe also even a left wing back. And like I said, more players to play on the wing. If we have a look at our team report at this point. If you look at the striker position, it's still Pellegrini, top striker, of course. He will be joined by Fredriksson and Klimov. Correa, I will probably sell him So I will have 3 strikers at the club. I do have some backups in my under 19 squad, but normally I think 3 strikers will be enough. As far as the wings go, of course our new star signing Barreal is our main left winger. On the right, probably I will start using Raposo again and Conceição. And I think I am going to switch to an inside forward for my right winger. Not sure, we will see that when the first game happens. Now in the center of midfield, of course, we have Billy G, and then Dodi, Brenton and Borges will divide duties. Probably I am going to play Borges more since I do want him to reach that potential. And he is well on his way. He's valued at 1.2 million at this point, by the way. So I think Gilmore and Borges will be my main duo in the midfield, with the backups being Dodi and new guy Brenton. Now in the center of defense, it is pretty obvious we have 4 awesome players. Josh Knight, Joao Pinto, Wout Faes and Mingueza are perfectly suited for this team to play in the center of defense. I also have Jorge Silva, but I think I'm going to sell him because he won't play. I love him as a player, but he's not going to play and he will start complaining, and I don't want that. As far as wingbacks go, it is mainly the right hand side that still needs strengthening. On the left hand side we have Jorginho, we have Thiago Andre, we even have Mingueza who can play there. This guy is in on trial, but I don't think he is really worth it, although he is a free agent, to sign him. I'll have a look at that. But the right hand side definitely needs some strengthening. At this point I still only have Alex Pinto, and I am planning on signing a new starting right wing back. I'm not going to tell you who, and it's not this guy, probably. He is in on trial at the moment. I'll just have a look, and I'll also bring in probably this guy from Anderlecht since he is too expensive to sign. I'll bring him in on loan as a backup right wing back because he can also play as a ball playing defender. So that is it for this episode. Next episode we will continue on the very same game day because we will face in the League Cup Braga away, and the board wants us to reach the 3rd phase, so we better win this. We will also be playing the hardest game of the whole season away against Benfica. So guys, you know what to do. Stay tuned for more transfers and 2 awesome games in the next episode. If you've enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Football Manager videos. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.